Hola, greetings everyone. How's everybody doing? Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you're keeping God in your life. And it is Tuesday evening. Yes, we're in the evening. Tuesday evening. Um, a beautiful, beautiful day. It wasn't too hot. It did get up. I think it may have got up close to 80s, but it had like a nice breeze in the air. So it was good all day. But I worked. Yes, of course, I worked. But I came home. I didn't cook anything to eat because I had a um, late lunch at work. I ate some gluten-free pizza, and so I just came home and got me a glass of water, and think about getting me one of my fruit pops in a minute. But I'm not gonna eat any dinner. It's just gonna be a liquid diet this evening. Yes. But how is everyone? I'm doing fine. I'm just feeling a little, I don't know, not really tired, but one of those, I guess, more so relaxed, just not gonna do anything. Um, I was gonna start doing some more deep cleaning, but I just didn't feel like it today or yesterday. So, Lord willing, tomorrow I'm gonna um, start back my deep spring cleaning again. I'm gonna do my great room and my my kitchen area, and then I have my mud room to do, and I have my other bedroom. But one room at a time. Um, like I said, I learned a while back. I used to take one day and just clean the whole house, and it just takes away my whole day. But I don't know. That's just something I used to do, and I think kind of grew up like that. We used to do it on a Saturday. Me and my sisters and my mother, we just cleaned the whole house one day. But all of us cleaned it, so we got it done so much faster. But I guess I took on um, that way because as I grew older and got my own place, that's what I used to do. On Saturdays, I get up early in the morning and clean the whole entire house from top to bottom. It be smelling so clean and fresh, and I guess I'd normally be done by maybe 4 in the afternoon, but my whole day is gone. So, and I did it for a long time, even up to like last year's when I'm like, it's time for me to change how I clean. You know, it's time for me to change how I clean. So I'm decided to start doing like cleaning through the week before the weekend, because the weekends I have off work, and those are the days I should be taking time out for myself and doing other things instead of cleaning my house. So I try to take 2 rooms a day and have it hopefully done by Thursday, even Friday, be able to chill, when I have off for the weekend. But that's what I'm learning to do. So whether I stick to it or not, but that's what my my goal is, to clean through the week, and then just try to keep it up so I don't have to um, you know, have so much cleaning to do when I do start, just doing my extra cleaning. But anyway, off the cleaning, I start again tomorrow. Cause yesterday and today I'm just not feeling it. And I've learned when I'm not feeling it, that means my body is saying, take a break, Vana, rest it. So I don't push it anymore. Mm-hmm. But anyway, but I wanted to get on here because it's time. It's time. It's time. It's time to read a little bit more of Little Woman. Read a couple more chapters. Do you guys know where we left off at? I told y'all. Y'all gonna have to help me sometime. I might forget. Chapter 15. That's where we left off. Do you remember the title? Aunt March settles the question. I'm always gonna end off with where we're leaving off at. What's our next chapter? What's our next chapter in the title? So always trying to remember that. So you can help me out sometime, you know. But anyway, yes, we are on chapter 15. Aunt March settles the question. So we're gonna read at least two chapters of that. And it depends on how good it is. I might just do 3. I don't know. But anyway, but I'm hoping you guys are enjoying this book as much as I do. And again, I've been saying it to you guys. This is actually it was a TV show, and it was on the public broadcasting station, the PBS channel, and I really enjoyed the movie. It was really good. And I think you can, I don't know if you can, you might can even buy it. It might be on, I'm sure it's on video. I don't know. I guess I can check it out because I would like it for my collection. I would like to see it again. But anyway, we're going to get to it. I'm already almost 7 minutes in, Donna. I'm trying to do better of shorten my videos. I guess I get to it eventually. But anyway, let's go. Chapter 15, Aunt March settles the question. Mr. March sat near Beth's sofa, and everyone kept coming into the room to check on them. Meg was absent-minded, shy, and silent. Started when the bell rang and colored when John Brooks' name was mentioned. There was a step in the hall. Jo laughed to herself and, when someone tapped on the door, opened it. Good afternoon. I came to get my umbrella, that is, to see how your father finds himself today, said Mr. Brooke, looking from one face to the other. He's very well. I get him and tell him you are here. And Jo slipped out of the room. Meg went toward the door, murmuring, Mother will like to see you. I'll call her. Don't go. Are you afraid of me, Meg? Mr. Brooke asked and looked hurt. How can I be afraid when you have been so kind to Father? I only wish I could thank you for it. Shall I tell you how to be thankful? Said Mr. Brooke, holding Meg's small hand fast in both his own, looking at her with love in his brown eyes. Oh, no, please don't. I'd rather you not, she said. I won't trouble you. I only want to know if you care for me a little, Meg. I love you so much, dear, added Mr. Brooke. Meg answered softly, I don't know. John just stood looking at her so wistfully, so tenderly that she found her heart melting. Just then, Aunt March came hobbling in. Mr. Brooke vanished into the study. Hold on for a second. Thank you for holding on. I'm sorry, my phone said I'm on low battery, so I had to get a charge. So if my video is a little tilted, excuse-moi. But okay, where were we at? Okay, this is where we left off, where Mr. Brooke vanished into the study when Aunt March came hobbling in. Okay. Bless me, what's all this? Cried the old lady. It's Father's friend. I'm so surprised to see you, stammered Maggie. Brooke, that boy's tutor. I know all about it. You haven't gone and accepted him, child, cried Aunt March. I shall marry whom I please, Aunt March, Meg said. I couldn't do better if I waited half my life. John is good and wise. He's got heaps of talent. He's willing to work and he's so energetic and brave. Everyone likes and respects him. And I'm proud to think he cares for me, though. I'm so poor and young and silly, said Meg. Aunt March drove off. Meg stood for a moment, not sure whether to laugh or cry. Before she could make up her mind, she was grabbed by Mr. Brooke, who said, I couldn't help hearing, Meg. Thank you for defending me, and I needn't go away, but may stay and be happy. May I, dear? Meg meekly whispered, Yes, John, and hid her face. 15 minutes later, when Jo came downstairs, she found Mr. Brooke sitting on the sofa with Meg on his knee. Jo gasped. Meg jumped up, looking both proud and shy, but John laughed and said, Sister Jo, congratulate us. Rushing upstairs, Jo burst into the room and said, Oh, go down quick. John Brooke is acting dreadfully, and Meg likes it. Nobody ever knew what went on in the parlor that afternoon. Quiet Mr. Brooke astonished his friends by the way in which he spoke of the future, and he got his way. Everyone was happy, especially Meg and her John. Sounds like wedding bells, huh? Chapter 16. Who knew it? The first wedding. Okay. 3 years passed. The war was now over, and Mr. March was home. Mrs. March was still brisk and cheery, though older, and absorbed in Meg's affairs. John Brooke went to war for a year, got wounded, was sent home, and not allowed to return. He worked on getting well, preparing for business, and earning a home for Meg. Meg had been working and learning how to be a wife and manage a home and was becoming prettier than ever. Aunt March liked Amy and offered to pay for drawing lessons for her, so Amy went to her house every day. Jo worked on her writing and looked after Beth, who was not as healthy as she earlier was, but was still hopeful and serene. Laurie went to college to please his grandfather, but was now doing nothing. The Dovecote was a little brown house Mr. Brooke had found for Meg. It had a little garden behind it and a miniature lawn in the front. Inside, it was charming. The hall was very narrow. The dining room was so small that 6 people could barely fit in it, and the kitchen stairs were too steep. But there was good sense and good taste, simply furniture, lots of books, nice pictures, flowers, and pretty gifts. Are you satisfied? Does it seem like home? And do you feel as if you should be happy here? Asked Mrs. March. Yes, Mother, very satisfied. Thanks to you all. I'm so happy I can't talk about it. The June roses over the porch were awake bright and early. On the day of Meg's wedding, the sisters dressed the bride. She had made her wedding gown herself. Wow. Her sisters braided her hair, and the only jewels she wore were lilies of the valley, which Mr. John liked best of all. In 3 years, Jo had learned to carry herself with ease, if not grace. The curly crop had become a thick coil. There was a fresh color in her brown cheeks, a soft shine in her eyes, and she spoke only gentle words today. Beth had grown slender, pale, and more quiet than ever. The beautiful, kind eyes were larger and held a shadow of pain. Beth seldom complained and always spoke hopefully of being better soon. Amy was truly the flower of the family. At 16, she had the air and bearing of a full-grown woman, not beautiful, but very graceful. There were to be no ceremonious performances. Everything was to be as natural and homelike as possible. So when Aunt March arrived, she was scandalized to see the bride come running to welcome and lead her in. To find the bridegroom fastening up a garland that had fallen down, and to catch a glimpse of the minister marching upstairs looking serious with a wine bottle under each arm. There was no bridal procession, but a sudden silence fell as Mr. March and the young couple took their places under the green arch. Mother and sisters gathered close. Mother and sisters gathered close. Their father's voice broke more than once, which only seemed to make the service more beautiful and solemn. The bridegroom's hand trembled visibly, and no one heard his replies. But Meg looked straight up in her husband's eyes and said, "I will," with such trust in her own face and voice that her mother's heart rejoiced. Jo did not cry, though she was very near at once, but Laurie was staring fixedly at her. Beth kept her face hidden on her mother's shoulder, but Amy stood like a graceful statue with a ray of sunshine touching her white forehead and the flower in her hair. The minute she was married, Meg cried, "The first kiss for Marmee." During the next 15 minutes, she looked more like a rose than ever, for everyone kissed her, from Mr. Lawrence to old Hannah. Everybody smiled after that and said something brilliant, or tried to. The toast was drunk with lemonade. After lunch, people strolled about through the house and garden, enjoying the sunshine. Meg and John were standing on the lawn when Laurie got inspired. All the married people hold hands and dance around the new-made husband and wife as the Germans do, while we bachelors and spinsters dance in couples outside, cried Laurie. Mr. and Mrs. March, Aunt and Uncle Carol began. Others rapidly joined in, even Mr. Lawrence and Aunt March. So, that was a wedding. One of the sisters got married to this older man. Wow. So we are on chapter 17. I have read 15 and 16. I'm going to end it now because I'm 18 minutes in. So I'm going to get better. I'm going to try to shorten these videos. And when I read, I want to at least read like 3 chapters now. So I'm just going to have to get started right in after I intro into the video to you beautiful people and just start reading, so the videos won't be long and so we can get through this book. It is so good. But the next chapter is chapter 17, guys. Remember that, chapter 17, artistic attempts, chapter 17. Remember that. All right, guys, as always, never give up. God can deliver you from anything. I love you guys. Hold on to God. Always keep God in your life. Never give up. Love you. Mwah.